All right, my friends, this week on Prof and Dev Play Games, we talk PAX West 2025. Stay tuned. All right, my friends, welcome to episode 493 of Prof and Dev Play Games. My name is Larry, the professor at Prof Plays Games on Blue Sky. Over there is Anthony, the dev at Summer Speak on Blue Sky. And we just saw each other at PAX West. How you doing, man?
I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. What a full weekend.
Oh, my God.
What a great weekend.
It was very cool, but holy cow. I'm not young anymore, and a full PAX is a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you were there 4 days. I was only there 2.
I was, so, and I mean, the first day was not off. I mean, I had a great time, but that was a full day working the booth.
Yeah.
Their call time was 8:30, but I got there at like 7:45 into our suite. And got prepped because it was the first day of PAX, the first hour before the show opens. So at 9 is an hour of PR gets in, media and PR get in first.
Oh, that's why it opens at 10. Got it.
And then 10 on Friday it goes. No, it's only on Friday. The rest of the days Friday. It's always only Friday. But Friday was that there's a media hour basically, and we all needed to be at the booth and have the booth ready to go for the media hour.
Yep.
So was at the booth at 8:30, and I left the booth at just past 6:30 Friday night. And I had a 45-minute lunch and a couple breaks. That was it. Other than that, I was talking. Talking to people and demoing Starseeker.
Yeah, exactly. Let's tell the people the booth. Starseeker and Astroneer Adventure, I think is the subtitle. Right?
Astroneer Expeditions.
Okay. Well, I fucked that.
Yes. Up. Yeah. You didn't get that part, did you? Didn't pay that much attention, I guess.
No, because Starseeker is huge, and then the Astroneer part is smaller.
Yeah. We want to make sure people understand that it is still associated with Astroneer, but it is not mainly Astroneer.
Exactly.
It is Starseeker. It's its own game. So yeah, I mean, first hands-on.
It was amazing to be there, to see your booth. It was what a milestone for you, and I'm looking forward to talking a bit more about that. But first, Anthony, we have very important business.
I hear it. I want to know what pack is it.
It's Magic. Fuck Magic. Jesus Christ. It's Final Fantasy. Somehow I bought a pack and put it in my bag and didn't open it. So I actually have one more Final Fantasy pack.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. When I was with Anthony, I opened up a pack that had a Cid and a Buster Sword in it, which was awesome. And surprising as hell. Okay, so here we go. This is a Japanese printed one, so I gotta go backwards to not spoil the end. Got Bard's Bow. We've got a Marlboro. We've got Sabotender. We've got Dreams of Laguna. We have I don't know how to say this word. Coral? Whatever.
Yeah, I have no clue. Coral is how I always.
The White Cat. Got a Magic Pot.
Yeah.
And then now we're into the uncommons. I have Primal Garuda. We've got Lionheart Artifact Equipment. We've got Shantoto Tactician Magician. We've got Poo Poo UFO. And then we have Memories Returning as our rare.
All right.
And then we've got Vaughn Aspiring Sky Pirate. Full art from the game, basically. And then the foil is a Restoration Magic. And then land is just a forest. So overall, a not inspiring pack.
No, that sounds about right.
Yep. Most of them are like that. But yeah, there we go. That's that. So yeah, PAX West 2025. I flew up there to see your booth, see your game. I was there Friday, Saturday. But there was a bunch of stuff there. I'd love to talk about the Starseeker first. If any impressions you can share or how it went for you or
yeah, so I mean, I can talk about kind of the run up to this and everything. So started working on the demo. I probably wrote the pitch for the demo 6 weeks ago. I think that's when I wrote the pitch. took a few days and got that reviewed, and we kind of agreed as this like strike team to really make this demo for the game. And we're like, okay, this is the pitch. This is what I kind of want people to be doing and want to focus on. Did the revisions to that. And I think it was like 4 weeks ago when I actually started, putting down logic and code and Unreal Blueprint to actually make this thing. And I think internally it was pretty exciting. We're like putting down, I was nervous probably the first week and a half. A lot of anxiety. Like, can we do this? Is it going to work out? Are we going to have this stuff? And like the team really rallied and it was amazing. And so by like 2 weeks into making this, I was like, oh, this is fun. It's already fun. We're just polishing now. We're just making this better. And at that point I was like, I'm not worried at all. We're fixing edge case bugs. We're just making the experience, this demo, better and better. I'm getting a lot of time to iterate and adjust what I will call the Hellspire.
That's a good name.
That's what I was doing. I was like, okay, how can I make this challenging for a person to get to the top of this in a game that has freeform deformation? That's the challenge,
right? Because you could just make your own path, basically.
Exactly, and it's like, well, what do we put in there to make it harder for making your own path? And that was a lot of the iteration there of just adding like hazards and doing weird little tricks with the terrain to make it a little bit more challenging and give surprises on the way up. But yeah, I was feeling good about it by the time we were going to show, but there's still a ton of anxiety because of the first time that we are showing this game to the public, letting anyone, for the most part outside the company, have hands-on with this, and also for the most part unguided hands-on. Like, right. This isn't a tutorial. We did stuff at the booth to help prep people for what they're going to play and give them like a fun intro to what the demo is. But once they're there, it's just like, yeah, there's controls on the screen, little controls placard, but it's just go and let them do it. So there's anxiety to doing that. It could fail miserably, and you're like, oh, this thing that we thought was fun, everyone hates it. Everyone did not hate it.
No.
People started getting there. We had some like technical hiccups right at the beginning of the first day on Friday. Got those solved super fast. The few people that could fix it, like right on it, fixed it within like 15-20 minutes. Like new code for our backend little boost servers. Great. They're amazing. And then it just kind of worked. There were some bugs here and there throughout the weekend, but whatever. It's an alpha game. It's an alpha state of a game. Yep. It's like, yes, there's still bugs and edge case problems. But yeah, people played it and watched the first few groups come through on Friday, and they were finishing the mission. Like complete strangers working together to finish this mission because it was set up in a like 4. We had 16 stations at our big booth, and they were split into 4 groups of 4, each doing the mission their own server. And we're like, how are people going to do this? Are they going to stick together? Are they going to actually play together? Mm-hmm. And not everyone did. Sometimes there were people that just randomly would go off other places. That's fine, but for the most part, I think we had like a 95% success rate at finishing the mission.
Oh, really? That's
yeah, it was super high. Like,
yeah.
I was unexpectedly high. People had 20 minutes, and they could really were like, you can do whatever you want. Just if you're having fun, we don't care. Like, so a lot of my fears went away in that first few hours of watching people just play, having a great time, working together. I got started hearing people like high-fiving as they're going through it with their friends and nice. Cheering when things happened. And like there's a point at the end of the demo where you jump off the what I called the hell pillar from the top, and you glide down to your shuttles to end the demo. And like some person at one demo was like jumped off and was gliding, was like, this is amazing.
Oh,
and
that's
like,
really cool.
Just said it out loud, and I'm like, okay, I can't. I just can't. This is great. It's working. So yeah, and that just continued through the weekend. People Friday, of course, everyone's going there. Lines stays capped, I think, the entire weekend. It may have been less finally on the end of day today as people were leaving the show. But before I left today, which was like at 4, there was still at least a half an hour to 45-minute wait to play.
Wow.
And so through that point, through the entire weekend, it was 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes to play our demo.
That's really cool.
Always.
I feel lucky to
people
have
wanted to play.
Friday morning.
Yeah, right at the beginning.
Saturday morning, I mean, yeah.
Saturday morning. Any of the mornings, immediately going to the booth was the best way to do it. Because most people that were trying to get in immediately were trying to hit Nintendo.
Yep. I mean,
or Capcom. They wanted to do Requiem.
Yep. When I got in there Saturday morning, they were telling people not to run, and then everyone was running. But I was going right to your booth, so I was in the first group. And my experience, it was really awesome. I've been looking forward to playing this because of how much time you've spent on the game and how important it is for you. But I appreciate what Astroneer is. I just have not been able to connect with Astroneer, mostly because the controls are hard for me. And I was a little nervous about how I would connect with this one, and it was immediate. Like, it was easy, it was intuitive. Like, I didn't even need to look at what the buttons did to know what the buttons did, and then to run through and work with my team. I didn't even talk to them. The 3 of them might have been together, I don't know, but we worked together pretty well up until the end when I kept falling off the Hellspire. But at that point, they had gotten up and completed the objectives, so we just floated down to the bottom, and it was so much fun. I really am looking forward to playing this game again. And it looks gorgeous, man.
I love both of those things. I really love hearing. It's fun. It's a fun game. I enjoy playing it. I can't wait till we can show more of it, because this is just a very small sliver of what the whole game is. Which is purple. It's a demo at PAX.
Yeah,
we're not showing you the entire game. We're not ready to show the entire game.
Yep.
But we're also, you only get 20 minutes like that. We want us to keep it focused, and one of the main goals with this was to show people this is not Astroneer 2.
Yeah.
It lives in the Astroneer world, and there's plenty of people that came to the booth and were like, hey, it's Astroneer. And it's like, wait, it says Starseeker. And I remember being at the booth and people turned to me like, what is this? It looks like Astroneer. And it's like, they missed the Astroneer expeditions underneath. And it's like, yes, for System Error, we make Astroneer. This is not Astroneer 2, though. This is trying to take the vibes of Astroneer and kind of what it did to like its approach to like the open world survival crafting game, and apply that to an open world action adventure sandbox game. Very mission structured, like, but still have those like vibes of like, yeah, you're working with your team, you're being silly gooses together on this planet trying to do things, and the planet and the environment reacts to you doing things like spraying water or having goop around or air blasting or digging terrain and pulling adding terrain back in. It's really just trying to be like, hey, can we take this genre that generally takes itself a little bit more seriously and inject some cooperative comedy into it in some Helldivers unexpected chaos that happens.
Well, and that was,
we can.
And that was one of the best things about Helldivers 2 was just that slapstick shit that happened that was just totally incidental. Yep. So I don't know. There's just so much fun, like going up the Hellspire and then pushing a little too far in and realizing there's a fucking cave inside with a monster that I fell into. And it's just like, okay, now I gotta figure out.
You can totally blame me. I made that thing.
I do blame you for that. But just like how fun that was and how funny that was, and just like so unexpected. I'm like, fuck. Well, I was making some good progress.
Yeah, a fun anecdote. Whenever we were playtesting and iterating, especially when I was iterating on that Spire, like people were playing it, and I was watching how people were playing internally. I hollowed it out in places without telling anybody. I did that. And then I watched them play test again. I remember someone in the office got to them, they're like, it's hollow? No!
Yep, exactly. That's how I felt too. Like, fuck, they're like, I was making progress there.
Now I have to figure out how I got to wind up the wall between this wall and this hollowed out area and make sure I don't fall off. I'm like, I succeeded. I did it.
It was chaotic but fun instead of like frustrating. Because it was pretty easy to get back to where you were for the most part.
Because especially if you've made a path, you fall
exactly.
down, you just start follow your path back up. It's not like your path is gone.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to hear that. I hope we'll be showing something off a little bit in the future. We had announced that we were going to be doing an Astroneer direct on, I think it was Wednesday.
What?
We were doing our own thing. Our marketing team was going to do post PAX was going to do our own like half an hour like.
No, I didn't
deeper dive onto the game. Exactly, because then we were like, neg that. It will be a little bit in the future. Let's get past. Okay. Past Silksong, please. We're not going to put our beat out.
Wednesday, not a good idea.
Yeah, we're not going to put it out in front of that. We're like, yep, we got Silksong. It's fine.
You're moving out of Silksong's way too. Everyone is.
Yeah, for marketing, yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to suck up. Yeah. So, and there's no reason we have to do it. Then we have time, so we're like, fine, we'll wait. And then we will do this, what we were calling the Starseeker Direct.
That's cool. That would be,
and I'll let everyone know when that's going to happen, and you can watch, and it'll at least be, I think it's at least 15 or 20 minutes just about the game and showing off more than what the PAX demo did, of being like, hey, here's other things in the game, and more of how the whole game is structured. So, but yeah, I'm so glad you came up and got to play it. And
oh man, it's great.
They had a good time.
When I I gave my daughter the Carrotling this morning, and then we were talking about playing it, and what a milestone it is for you, etc. And then later when we were in the car, because my daughter, what she wants to be is a video game designer when she grows up. She's like, how did he become a lead designer on a game and like put his own game out? Like, where did he start? I was like, well, I'll try to answer this as best as I can, but maybe you should talk to him next time you see him.
Yeah.
But she was just like in awe of what this is. And that'd be cool to, she saw the Nintendo Direct, but looking forward to more.
Yeah.
So follow along. She's very, very happy for you.
So. Yeah, we could talk about that at some point. Of my career path is, I think most actual people in the industry, in the video game industry, have their own unique career paths.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not a standard, like, I did this one thing and I got this job. It's like, no, everyone has their own weird path through this industry.
I told her you were a Nepo baby, and she's like, what's a
exactly.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, it was, I don't know. It's all good. The highlight for my weekend though was us being in the line.
Oh yeah.
That was the Yoshi. What was the title of that talk? Actually, someone at work posted it. It is the relationship between game design and art direction with Naoki Yoshida and Hiroshi Minagawa. Naoki Yoshida is Yoshi P of Final Fantasy XIV, and what do they call it? It's not Creative Business Unit 3 anymore.
Yeah, it was like Creative Studio. They said
Creative Studio. They slightly changed the name.
Yeah.
But he's the head of that team, and Hiroshi Minagawa is effectively the art director for all projects on that team at this point. But they're doing the Final Fantasy Tactics Evil East Chronicles is under Creative Studio 3 at this point.
Right.
So we're in line for that, and we got there early, and we're sitting around. We're playing Magic in line on the ground in the line. Everyone's sitting down. I don't remember. I heard Starseeker out of like.
I did too. Yeah, that's what I heard
the people, and I was like, "What is going on?" And then I heard him talking a little bit more about it, and I glanced over, and he had the web page on his phone up, and he was looking at StarseekerGame.com, and I was like, "Okay." And they're talking a little bit more about something about the demo or what it's about and everything, and that's when I was like, you and I were giving each other looks about the whole thing, and I was like, I waited till a chance, and I was asking like, "Are you talking about Starseeker?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, and just talking about like, it was really cool. It's a really cool game." Did not noticing that it was in my white Starseeker t-shirt, so I don't think he noticed the logo. It didn't say, didn't notice the dev thing on there. Didn't he? I want to say Turner was like, "You should. The demo is really cool. You should play it."
I didn't hear him say that. That's funny.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I might have played it a few times, or just something like, yeah, I know. I'm the lead designer on that."
Yeah,
and then just chatting with it, and it was cool because it was completely organic. Them just talking about it and how cool and how much they enjoyed it. He had played it. He had gone back and played it a second time and drug his girlfriend over to like, no, you have to play this game with me, this demo. And it was like, it was amazing. Like, that's exactly like the best thing I could ever hear of being like, someone played this, enjoyed it so much, and they're like, no, I need to share this with a person I care about. I want them to come over and experience this too.
Exactly.
It's like, holy crap. And then I'm sitting next to them. They don't have to be telling me this. This is not a requirement. They don't know I'm there. And it's just like,
right. Because sometimes at the booth, you're like, oh, they're saying it because they're here or whatever. But, you know, and maybe not. But like, this is out middle of nowhere. And just so random too, because we could have been sitting next to anyone. So the fact that we're sitting right next to someone who's so excited about it means that there were other people around talking to other people about how excited they were. Like, this was a great demo and a great booth. Yeah. That booth like was lit up. Everyone could see it. It was beautiful.
I went up to the JR from Devolver, I'll name drop them, was the person who like really did all the logistics for the booth. We provided art as necessary and references so they could print out and get the booth to look right and look like on brand for Starseeker. But really, JR from Devolver is the person that coordinated this, project managed the whole thing. And I went up to him today and was like, just wanted to thank him for it and said, I have bias, of course, but I can look at this booth objectively, and it was one of the best booths at the show.
It was, yeah.
Just because I'm like, it's bright where everything else is very dark. It's high. You can see sight lines to our like bright, huge logo pretty much from any corner you're coming at that thing. Other side of the sky bridge. The TVs, when people are playing, the monitors are up so people in line can watch people playing. Yep. Like, there's just so much well done on that. Like, all sides provide something to see. And so I'm like, yeah, it was an incredibly well put together booth. I am so happy about it. And it had a ton of little Starseeker details around everywhere. So yeah, it was really cool. I had people in the industry saying our booth was really cool and really well done. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool, man. One of the highlights of my career this weekend. Amazing. Now
I'm so glad.
Have to ship this game.
Oh, you will. I'm so glad. I mean, that's why I wanted to come up there, because it felt like such a big deal, and I'm really glad that I did. Really glad to see it. But we also did see other things. What, other than your booth, what was a highlight of PAX for you?
The Final Fantasy Tactics panel.
Hell yeah.
And the sadness that I couldn't go to the meet and greet.
Oh my God, Anthony got so fucked. The Yoshi P panel that you talked about, we knew that there was going to be the first 100 in line, get a little ticket to go do a meet and greet kind of photo op.
We didn't make it. That was open super early on that one. There were already, by the time we were in line, I think we were probably like 170, 200, somewhere in line there. But that Tactics panel, we were there.
Yeah. Well, in the Tactics one, it wasn't announced that they would have the same thing. So we were there like really towards the front of the line. And then they started passing out these tickets, which I had no idea what they were. And then you probably did. But when I looked at it, I was like, oh shit, there's a signing. Not a signing, a photo op with them. That's awesome. And then you looked at the time, you're like, I have to go to work. I can't go.
They let me out of my shift put my shift start time later so I could go to this panel because the people there know how much I love Tactics, and it's a dream to meet. It was Kazutoyo Mehiro and Hiroshi Minagawa, who was originally the game director and the art director, respectively, on Tactics, the original Tactics, and this remake. And they were like, I'm like, cool. They gave me the time, but I'm like, I had to be back at our booth. This panel was from 2 to 3, and I needed to be back at our booth as fast as I could after this panel because I had to do a PR session. I had an influencer there that I was supposed to meet and run them through the game and talk to them and give them an interview. So they handed the ticket out, and it was like, oh, the signings is from the photo ops are from 3:30 to 5. I'm like, I can't do it.
Nope.
I'm so sad. But my friend Max, who worked his ass off to get his badge and get over to the summit because he didn't realize that the theater was in the summit. He didn't understand that there was 2 buildings, and he got there and he didn't think he would even be able to get in, but they let him in and he could join. He was able to join us, which was very nice.
Yeah.
And I just turned to him, and then he is probably the only other person I know that loves tactics as much as I do. And I just handed him my ticket and was like, you get to go to this signing.
You made his year. Man,
I did. I know I did. I know he was very happy, and it was incredible. I was happy to be in the panel, though. We got to go in, and then for the panel, there was a poster and a pin on every seat. I had to look on eBay when I got home tonight and was like, how much does this pin go for? $100.
The Ramza one?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not selling it because I want this fucking thing. I love it. But still, I was like, yeah, these are like the poster and the pin together, unsigned, go for like 200. People are trying to sell them for like 200 or so. I saw some
are they selling for that, or are they? Just
I saw some selling. I bet they'll go down. Just
for sure.
Yeah. But I was still. I'm like, oh, well, these are in demand. But yeah, that was like, there's probably 500 total people in that theater. That smaller one with them.
You think that was 500? Really? Wow.
I think max 500. Maybe it was a little less. It was hard to tell.
Yeah.
In the end, where like that lineup room that they capped, how much of it was our line versus how much was the main theater line at the end. So I don't know. I was like, at most it's 500. It could be less than that.
Well, and they got capped early because it was like there was a guy or someone with a sign apparently that just said tune in on Twitch. This is closed. So yeah, I feel incredibly lucky because it's, we're finishing Final Fantasy IV on the RPG Backlog podcast. Check that out. And then we're going to switch over to this game, Tactics, at the end of the month. And I'm going to be playing it for the first time. And I just feel really lucky that these are people who have worked on Final Fantasy games that I played and love, but Tactics I know nothing about. And I know based on what I've seen and how much you love it and Travis loves it. And my friend Tom's friend loves it. Like, this is a special fucking game. And when I'm done playing it, I'm going to be like, I can't believe I got to meet them.
Yeah.
I shook their hands, took a photo with them.
Yeah, you got all that, which is crazy and amazing. The panel itself was amazing for me. Like, Ben Starr rocked it as a host, as always.
So good. So good.
And then reading his Dice Dark lines. But yeah, I mean, it's Tactics. They really showed like pretty much all the areas of like, okay, quality of life improvements, how they thought about approaching like graphical improvements, and where they wanted to improve it, and also where they really wanted to keep it looking like it did in the past in a lot of ways. Not diverge too far. Talk about the whole development process where they didn't have the source code to really work with. They had to rebuild the whole thing. It was a neat thing. A lot of neat clips, a lot of little nice anecdotes. It was cool to see those two on stage just talking about this game. And for me, like, then they showed the opening movie again. And like, I turned to Max, who was sitting next to me when we were doing this, and I was like, I'm tearing up watching this.
Yeah.
Like, it hits hard. I'm like, right, I played a lot of this game in high school. I connected very hard with it and played it multiple times over my life. And I don't know, there's something about like the music and seeing the updated cinematic, understanding. For you watch the cinematic and you're like, yep, there's chocobos, people riding chocobos. And you can maybe tell one is Delita if you know who the character is. It's like, yep. But
I don't know who that
you
is.
see how that connects up to the immediate start of the game. And there's just something about like all of it just comes together. And I'm just like, I love this game. I love it so much. And this is beautiful. And it's getting, from what it looks like, just an amazing treatment that it will make it so it can be played forever at this point. Yeah, it was exciting. That was really cool. And then shout out to Max, who I was going back to the booth. To make matters worse, my PR person didn't show up. I ran so hard down so many flights of stairs across a block into the other building and up, bursting out to our booth into the PR area, and they're like, yeah, they were a no-show. I just kind of collapsed.
Yeah,
I
fuck
was
that
like,
person. Oh,
yeah,
sucks.
I got to do. They're like, no, we'll put you on another one though. You get to do it no matter what. And I was like, oh, I don't know if that's really what I wanted, but we're doing this.
You busted your ass to get here, so yeah, here you go.
There you go. You're gonna do one. You're gonna do one at 4. But Max later came by, and was like, hey, we're there. Got the meeting. Showed me the picture with him. His picture where he's like, I look like a dork because he was like, I have no clue what to do with my hands, and I am just like screaming internally that I'm next to these people.
Yep.
But he's like, yeah, I got my PS1 copy of Final Fantasy Tactics signed. They like signed the manual of his Tactics original disc, and he's like, but they also gave these signed posters. I mean, here, you can have it. It was amazing. I was like,
good job, Max.
Of course, I was like, are you sure? I don't have. He's like, you gave me the ticket to even do this. And he's like, I wanted the disc signed more than anything. It's like, I would take the poster and put it up. But he's like, you gave me the ticket to get this done. So take the poster. And he gave me my ticket back, which was ticket number 69.
Nice.
But that was very kind of him. I have that poster and its tube right here, and I'm trying to think of how I want to get it custom framed with the ticket in there, the poster, and maybe even the pin kind of in like one frame.
Yeah, you should figure out how to get that done, even if it's a custom job.
It's going to have to be a custom job, but I think I really want that, and I want to figure out where I put that in my office.
Yep, that is going to be a special thing to have on the wall.
Yeah.
I hung up. Max and I were in line together for the photo thing. We hung up for like 25, 30 minutes. We went around the floor later to go find a tube, and we were hanging out and buying some magic cards together. He's a fucking cool dude, man. I really like that guy.
Yeah, he's
quality
great
guy, and I'm glad he brought you back the poster.
It was very nice.
Yeah, very cool. That was a highlight for me too. That panel, other than seeing Starseeker, that was the highlight for me. There was some other cool stuff that we can talk about, but I loved that panel. I loved the Yoshi P panel too. That was really cool. But I don't know. There's something about the Tactics panel that just felt more grounded and really engaging with bringing up what they're bringing into Tactics, what it meant to them, and then fucking Ben Starr leading the whole thing. It was just like a perfect package.
It really was. It was so good.
So it just continues my being in the right place at the right time at conventions. Something always fucking happens, and it's magic and amazing. I'm gonna frame mine, do the same thing that you're doing, and then
I hope you love this game as much as I do,
dude. I even just like watching the things that are showing, and there are quite a few scenes that are showing with the writing. Like for me, it's gonna be the writing, and the writing was exquisite. I was like, well, if the writing's anything like this in the game, this is gonna be like phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they showed the opening scene where Ovelia is praying in the in the monastery and stuff, and I just love the writing in that opening scene. Even the original translation, it hooked me right at the beginning, but the War of the Lions translation is so much better, and it just has that slight tinge of like Old English to it. Not a ton, but enough to like really drive it home. And there's like so much subtext to the lines that you're not going to get right now, but if you've played the game, you're like, holy shit. Like, such a great writing there. I look forward to it. I won't be on the RPG backlog podcast, but I'm sure I will talk to you about this game.
Yeah, absolutely. There's gonna be a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
There's
for you else. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, real quick before we move on to what you're going to say. I want to read you a headline.
Okay.
This is from Kotaku. I don't know if you've seen it today. It was published yesterday. The Borderlands 4 Rage Room is the most obnoxious thing at PAX West.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God.
We could not hear it from our booth, what makes me happy.
Yeah, thank God. Just people bashing. It was a Rage Room, people breaking shit.
Jesus.
But it's so funny to see that as a headline because we were just like, that is so obnoxious and irritating.
Yeah, but there were some people that were so excited for that Rage Room.
Yeah.
Walk around corner, I hear like person coming in, it's like, oh, it's a Rage Room. And I'm like, oh no, don't encourage them people.
Yep. So interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were you gonna ask?
I mean, you had a little bit of like, so I worked Saturday afternoon while you were there, after that tactics panel, and you got the signing and stuff. Did you, before I was done, which was probably closer to like 6:45 or so, did you do anything else? See anything else?
So I did the signing, so it took a while. Then we went down to floor 2 of Summit, and Max and I were walking around looking at different cards and things. Then he eventually left, and then I continued to walk around for a while. But then I left because you were in the other place. So I went back to the other place and was going to stand in the Nintendo booth. I actually got I got to the end of the standby line there. I wanted to play Kirby Air Riders, and I got in the first line that there was, and I said, oh, is this still open? It's like, yeah, it's still open. You can stay here. You'll be able to get in here. And it was 5. It was 5, and the thing closed at 6. And I was looking at how many people were in line and how slowly we were moving up. Like I stood there for 20 minutes and didn't even get inside the corral. I was on the outside still. And I was like, I'm not getting in here. So I was like, do I stay here or do I go to the fan gamer booth? Because I wanted to get a couple things for my daughter, some Astro bot merch. So I decided to leave, do that. And after I did that, I stood in line for about 20 minutes at Fan Gamer and got my thing. And then I just walked around. There was nothing. I got, I think I got the promo card for Magic the Gathering, the Sinister Six one.
Sinister Six.
You had gotten that one too. And I got a pack of Magic cards from the giveaway, the welcome packs for Spider-Man. So I got one of those. Yep. And then was that the day that I played Bubsy? I think that's the day. Yeah. Then I also went.
Yeah, you said something about Bubsy, and I was like,
yeah,
what?
I played Bubsy 4D. So I was wandering around just seeing if I could like play something. I played a Trails game. I mean.
Oh yeah, I saw their booth there. Yep.
Yeah, it was okay. It was a little confusing. It seemed like a mix of turn-based and like action. And I was a little confused about how that worked. But then I was walking by the Atari booth basically, and I saw the Mortal Kombat collection. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'd like to play it if I have a chance. But then Bubsy 4D was open. I said I had to fucking play this because I've been hearing it a lot on podcasts and people who have actually got their hands on it. Like this is Bubsy sucked. Bubsy 3D sucked. This one's actually not that bad. It's by a developer who has done other things that people like. I can't remember what their name is or what they've done. But I did there was like a tutorial where really basic tutorial learning how to move. But then you get into the level and it's sort of like a speed run. Like there's a clock going and you're trying to get to the end, and you get to the end by using the locomotion mechanics. There's like floating through the air. You can roll into a ball. You can do like several different movement options that it's pretty rudimentary. The game looks pretty rudimentary and kind of really basic. Just enough to show that there's a level there. But the locomotion of the character is really fun. I finished and I was like, holy shit, that was actually really fun to do. So I was surprised that I really liked Bubsy 4D.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Bubsy franchise does not have the greatest track record.
No. And I think this is going to come out in review like in the 60s to 70s probably. Okay. But if it's higher than that, like I will check it out. But I don't know. It was weirdly fun. If you like 3D platformers and trying to speed run them and break them, like you can really use that's a pretty smart locomotion where you can kind of loop them. You can jump, double jump, float, and then do this weird like leap in the air. And once you do all of them, then you can cycle back through them again. So if you can kind of chain them, you can kind of get some weird shit going on. Seems like this will be speed run at fucking Summer Games Done Quick or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah. Or Awesome Games Done Quick. I don't know when this game comes out. So I did that, and then I was getting towards 6, and I went to your booth. So that's kind of what I saw. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mostly worked the booth, and then like Sunday we went to the Yoshi P panel, did that, got lunch, came back, spent some time actually going through the tabletop area in Summit. That was Sunday. Oh yeah, we also played Magic Saturday night,
Jesus
and you played the most awful opponent ever.
It's a best of 3 kind of Swiss thing, but we only played 1 round, so best of 3. And I wasn't even done with my first round by the time almost everybody was done with everything, because this guy was so fucking slow. Like, read every single word on every card like 12 times, and like counted his mana like 12 times, and
it was painful just watching you play. It was just like, man. I would lose my mind. I think you were losing your mind.
I was. I had to forfeit. I'm like, there's no chance I'm going to win this, because I got to get on a fucking ferry. So you win. Here's the fucking tickets. I was hoping he'd be like, you know what? Since I was such a fucking asshole here, I don't you take the tickets. But no, he's like, oh, thanks. I'm going to take the tickets. Great. Like, you fucking asshole.
Someone that's doing that is not self-aware enough to know.
No, he was not at all.
Yeah,
but I got to crack 4 packs, which is pretty cool, and I got a couple cool cards.
Yeah, no, it was fine. That was a fun little fast thing to do. But then we went around the tabletop area on Sunday after the panel and like browse the just all the different vendors, a bunch of Magic singles stuff there. Did I buy anything that day? I don't think I bought anything that day.
No, I don't think so.
I held off till the day. But browsed all that and played a few games of Magic. And generally just killed time, dealt with me being an asshole, which I appreciate.
What?
Oh, whenever I was just getting snippy.
We were trying to read cards. You weren't being an asshole. We were learning how to read Magic cards together.
Coming home, you had left pistachios in my car, and I dug through those and ate a few little nuggets of pistachios that were left in there. I was like, oh, I think I was just really hungry.
And at least I was eating like.
I was pretty sure. I'm like, oh, I think I had just low blood sugar and was kind of just getting a little like, no, because there was other things, not from you, but I was just like, oh. I should have had snacks with me.
Well, I felt, we went and had some amazing salmon.
Yeah, the salmon was great. Oh, yeah.
But honestly, after an hour and a half after the salmon, I was like, I'm fucking hungry. And I'm a little bit like that, basically. So then that's when I had my protein shake. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Totally should have.
Yeah, because I feel like I was
other side note.
Like, oh, shit.
Tried one of those protein shakes this morning. That was my breakfast.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think?
It was fine. It has the artificial sweetener a little bit in it, which
the stevia
has a flavor that I'm like, I don't love it or anything. It leaves a little.
Well, it's not artificial. It's not artificial.
It's stevia.
Yeah, it's stevia. Yeah,
but still, it has a different. It has a little bit of I don't even know. I don't call it a flavor so much as it's just a little different. I'm like, but I'm like, oh, I'd totally drink this. This is fine. And it definitely kept me going for a good chunk of the day.
Yeah, that protein stuff, man. It's really
weirdly. My son's gonna try the other one this tomorrow morning.
Nice.
It says breakfast before going to school.
Well, that's gonna be great.
That plus a little bit like for him a piece of toast or something. And he can't have bananas because he's allergic to them. So
are there bananas in it then?
No.
Did you look?
I should check, but I don't think so.
It has
I think you looked at it.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not allergic to bananas, so I wouldn't have. I would have passed right over it.
He's lightly allergic to bananas.
Okay. Yeah, just check the ingredients because it has a superfood blend that has fruits and veggies. So I don't know if it has bananas or not.
Yeah, I'll check. But we played some Magic in that room, which was nice. You bought some Final Fantasy packs because a place there just would sell you 3 for retail price.
Dude, that was crazy because the other ones were selling it for like $10. And they sold it for retail price and like just 3 per person. So we got our 3, opened them. And then I was like, I'm going to get 3 more before I leave, see if they'll sell them to me again. And there was new people, so they did. Yep. And I sat down and cracked them again. And I fucking unbelievably, once again, I cracked a Sid, which you still haven't got one. Nope. And then a fucking Buster Sword, which I had bought the day before. I was like, fuck it. I want a Buster Sword. I'm going to buy it. And now I have 2 Buster Swords, which is fine because I'm going to put them in 2 different decks. But my daughter, I told my daughter I got one. She's like, oh, that's cool, but the Masamune is better. I was like, all right, great. Then I'm not going to tell you.
Glad you think that.
Exactly.
I can tell you that the Masamune is by price is not greater at all. It is
not
a
at all.
fraction of the price of the Buster Sword, because the Buster Sword sees play. The Masamune unfortunately does not.
Yeah.
Not that it's not cool. It's just everyone wants the Buster Sword. I mean, it's the Buster Sword. Everyone loves it, but it's actually played in a lot of equipment decks.
Yeah, it's really good, man.
But so yeah, we did that and we looked around a bit more. I went back by the Astroneer booth, Starseeker booth, Systemera booth a little bit. I know I can't even do it myself. The Systemera booth before taking to the airport, which was a lot of fun. Like, it was kind of a chill day. Got to the airport and I got home a lot earlier than 11 o'clock.
Yeah, man.
And I think I passed out at like 11 and slept till like 7 in the morning.
Nice. That's great.
It was good. I needed it so bad.
I was, you dropped me off. I got into my gate, and my fucking boarding pass, digital boarding pass said, C15. So I go there, I sit, and I start playing Final Fantasy 4, and I'm really into it. That game is so fucking good. And then it was like 20 minutes till I was supposed to board. And I was like, why is it so quiet over it? I finally look up. I'm like, why is it so quiet here? Not that many people. I go and look at the gate and there's nothing there. I was like, oh, fuck. And I go and look at the departure board and I'm not at C15. I'm at N10.
Shit. You went to... Okay.
No, I went to where my ticket said I was supposed to go, but they apparently changed
it to N?
To N, yeah. So then I found the train, got over to N, and got out, and it was right next to where I got off. It took me like 10 minutes to get there, so I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." But I'm so glad I looked up because I was just humming along. I'm at the final boss of Final Fantasy IV, which when I was on the plane, I played probably, I don't know, let's say 40 minutes until I got to the boss. And then I played the boss like 6 times and got my ass stomped every time. I was like, what? I'm like level 60. What the fuck is happening? This boss is hard. There must be some trick that I am not getting. God. I don't know if you remember Final Fantasy IV boss at all.
Not at all.
Jesus Christ. It is. Wow. It's quite a step up.
All right.
But yeah. But anyway,
cool.
It was chill. That day was chill. I loved playing Magic. We played on the floor. It was so nice to play at a table.
Yeah, it was. That was nice.
I just love Magic because even if I lose, which I lost mostly to you, it's still fun to be able to like execute things that, fun little combos and like get some things to pop off. My daughter today, by the way, we're going to play our cloud decks together against each other. Oh, first of all, she wanted to go to the LGS because she wanted to find someone to play Commander with that isn't me or our neighbor. She wanted to like play in a tournament. I mean, there's no tournament, but there's a free play. So she's like, I want to go and find someone to play. I'm like, okay, well, there's some tryhards here, some sweaty folks, and I'm not sure how this is going to go. So let's just go and see what we see. And there's just one guy sitting there. Everyone else there's, like probably like 20 pods of 4. And there's one guy sitting there. I was like, hey, do you mind if we sit down and play with you? And he's like, well, I'm waiting for my friend, but yeah, I'd love to play. And I was like, well, she wants to play. And he's like, great. So she sat down and he was the kindest person, like unbelievably kind, patient with her and like helping her. And, he stomped her, but, she had a great time. Then we came home and we're going to play our commander decks, our cloud decks. And I've upgraded mine quite a bit. And she's only upgraded a couple cards. And she's like, I'm not going to beat you. You always beat me at home. I always win when we're at our neighbors, but I never win against you. She kicked the fuck out of me. I board wiped her twice, took everything away twice, and she still beat the shit out of me. And it was incredible. And I was like, you should never talk bad about your deck. Look what you just did. I tried my damnedest to win too, and it was not happening. It was crazy. So anyway.
Well, there you go. Well, and now you can tell her, see, I don't always win. It's Magic. You have a chance always. Yep. So don't say so. I mean, even when we were playing, you still got me in one of the games. I couldn't get going. You got going, and I just couldn't answer it.
My proudest moment. I was like, oh, I finally beat him. Yes. And it was your terror deck. It was your fucking enchantment deck.
Yeah. Yep.
Greatest moment of the weekend. Fuck everything else. Just kidding.
But yeah, you made it home. We did that. And you made it home, and then I was there one more day today. What happened today? Didn't have to work. Just went over. I slept in, and I took I took the water taxi in because the water taxi was running actually on Labor Day, which was nice. So I just parked at the ferry dock and water taxied over on the 8:15. Got to the convention hall at 9. Got in. I mean, I still had my exhibitor badge, so I just walked in, chatted with people at the System Era booth, and talked to them how like the rest of Sunday went for them and what's going on today. And everyone was like super excited still, and like then like again, a game doing well, shown publicly the first time, it's a big morale boost for the team. Just gonna say, makes you be like, okay, we're not just spinning our wheels here, and we're making something people don't want. We're like, okay, we're making something that is resonating. So it helps. But yeah, I actually just spent most of the day wandering around and buying things.
Nice. Perfect.
I had to get my Promise Mascot Agency pin. The Kaizen Gameworks had posted on Blue Sky. They're like, hey, the Symbiote Studios has a limited number of Pinky pins. Who's the main mascot from Promise Mascot Agency. This little severed Pinky. The best girl.
I was wondering what that was. It's a fucking pinky.
It's a pinky. It's a severed pinky.
Good
Bloody
Lord.
severed pinky. The game's amazing. And I was like, I have to go get that. But they weren't open yet. But I was was walking back, and it was probably about 9:30 in the morning. And I was like, you know what? Let's go by the Capcom booth. One of my coworkers got in to play Requiem before the hall opened. The previous day. Let me go over there. I don't want to play Requiem. I want to play Pragmata.
Yeah.
And they got me right in.
Oh,
and
really?
I just walked up, and they're like, yeah, because someone had just finished playing, and they're just like, yeah, you can just play right there.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so I just walked up, and they're like, it was at like 9:35, and I think they said they gave people 30 minutes for the demo, and they're like, hey, at 10 we'd have to kick you off. And I'm like, doesn't matter. I'll play 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I beat the demo in like 20.
Oh, so wow.
It's fine. I did skip the story cutscenes because I just didn't. I'm like,
limited time. Let's go.
At limited time, I don't need that. And if I do eventually play this game, I don't want the story right now. Yeah. I don't need it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I played through it. My initial reactions getting done with it is it's rad. It's a cool game. And one of the happy things, like why I wanted to choose that one, is it's a game I wasn't sold on. Like, I don't know if I want to buy this game or not.
Right.
And I played the demo, and I'm like, yeah, this is day one for me. First, visually, looks gorgeous. Love the look of this game.
It really does.
And then just like the art direction, it's like very NASA punk kind of look going on there. And it's also weird as fuck. Little girl on your back with telepathic power. It's a trip. But when I first started, I was like, okay, movement feels good. You move a little slow, but you got a dash, you got a sprint, some stamina, normal stuff there. You got a pistol. It's not doing a whole lot of damage. And then they teach you aim with the left trigger, point it at an enemy at a certain range, and a hacking menu comes up, and it's a grid. I think for the normal enemies was like a 5x5 square grid, and it's like the game's not stopping while this is up, while you're pointing at an enemy with this little hacking thing taking up maybe a third of your screen. And have you seen any of this mechanic or heard about it?
I've heard about it on podcasts, and people were like a little mixed, and they're like, but when you get it, it's like kind of engaging. I don't know what you thought. At first
it hit, I was like, oh, is this going to be hard? No, it immediately hit a flow state with me of being like, oh, I get it. So because there's a little cursor that starts in the upper left of this grid, and you use your face buttons. It was on, as far as I can tell, this is on a PS5. I was playing on a PS5 controller at least. So yeah. Mm-hmm. It could be a PS5 controller into a PC. I didn't see a console anywhere, but whatever. I'm playing on the PS5 controller, and the face buttons, your triangle, circle, X, square is how you move it left, right, the cardinal directions. And basically you're moving the hacking thing using those. You still have your movement with left stick as needed.
So are you strafing as you're hacking, basically?
You can, and you can dash while you're hacking as well, because the game's not stopping while you're doing this. It slows down a little bit, but not a ton. And what you're doing is you're moving your cursor around that, hitting highlighted nodes as you move around, and you need to hit as many of these nodes, and like most enemies had like 2, and you you're trying to make a path that goes through all of the nodes that you want and end in the green done square. And if you do that, it does a ton of damage to them and lowers their defenses, so you can just annihilate the enemy.
Oh, that's really cool.
It was so cool. And like I said, when it first popped up, I was like, this is going to be a lot. By the second or third enemy, I was like, no, this is rad. This is cool. This is unique. Hacking doors is just like more of a time thing. It doesn't use the grid. It's just like you point at a door to hack it, to unlock it, and it's hitting the face buttons to like rotate basically circuits. There's a circuit at X at all the face buttons, and you just need to get them to align to point to the center. So it's just like tapping them like once, twice, three times at the most. But you just need to do it in like 5 seconds, and it unlocks a door or makes platforms move up and down. The demo is well contained. It had a couple little secret areas I found that gave you different weapon. There's like not different weapons, ammo. Because you have like a shotgun, a pistol, and then a null field or something. It was something that you put down. It like sticks, slows the enemy and does damage to them as they're inside this area. It was all very cool. Controls, it felt snappy to control. It went through the whole thing. Had a number of enemies, some little light puzzles to solve, and it ended with a boss that wasn't like the most amazing boss design ever. It's stuff you've seen before, but it required hacking and moving and dodging out of the way. Showed you the other special abilities you get, like the girl can let out a big like telepathic burst whenever you have like a full charge bar. It's basically a super that charges as you do other things. And then like finish the boss off with a quick time event. It was cool. I was like, I'm sold. Let's do this. Supposedly they had a panel with Maximilian Dude the previous day. He hosted.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, they I didn't know. And they talked that like the game has been delayed like 2 years.
Oh, it's been delayed, famously delayed with that post-it note. It's like, sorry, little smiley face or whatever with the date changed like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it's been delayed a lot.
Coming. Yeah.
But it seems like I think they're nailing it. I think they got it now. It feels really good. I was happy to play that one. And now very much looking forward to that coming out sometime next year. And I got a pin with the logo on it, a Penny Arcade pin for playing the demo.
That's cool that they gave that out. That's fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun time. So anything else I really did? Went back to the tabletop area, bought some Magic cards.
What'd you buy?
I bought the Amano Kefka, so now I have all the Amano cards from the Final Fantasy set.
Nice.
And then I bought three nicer lands called Triomes. Magic nerds out there will know what they are, but they're tricolor lands that have the basic land types. So like forest, mountain, plains.
Yep. So you can search for them with Starseeker or whatever.
There's a lot of cards that can search for them. So those immediately replaced the non-typed tri-lands that I had in the deck of the similar type.
Is it in their deck or?
Oh yeah, that's the 5-color deck. It needs those.
Yeah, you just made.
And now I can search it. Now I can search them out. I got all the green ones, basically. So there's green plus 2 other colors, so that I can always get green as needed. I can, if I have something that searches for a mountain, I can get the Triome that's a mountain that also gives me forest. All sorts of fun stuff now. But yeah, that was my little purchase there.
Didn't go back for the Ristic Study Final Fantasy card.
No, it was still there. $104. Not doing it. The Tifa $4,600 Tifa card still sitting there.
But the $1,000 one is the one that got.
So the $1,000 one was gone. Someone got purchased right when we were there.
Yeah,
$1,000 on a Magic card.
Yeah, no fucking way. Piece of cardboard.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
I feel bad enough spending like $40 on a fucking Buster Sword.
Yeah. To get one. But I guess you
fucking get one. But that's okay. That's something I can use in multiple decks, so it's actually not that big of a deal.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was my. And then I finished out the day. I went back and like, actually, weirdly, no, I stopped by the Larian booth because like a lot of the cosplayers are there, but they were, had it sealed off. They weren't doing pictures. They were doing a professional photo shoot.
Oh, nice.
Like, so when I talked to the woman who was playing Shadowheart, cosplaying Shadow, and they're actually a company from LA that professionally does costumes and stuff. Yeah, and they've been doing, this group has been doing the Baldur's Gate 3 core team for the past 4 years at every PAX for Larian.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And this is the last time they're doing it.
Oh, really? They're like, we're
Larian, not them. Larian's done for now. Like, this is this Larian booth at PAX West is the last time you'll probably see that Baldur's Gate 3 booth.
Oh, well, I'm glad we were there then. We got to see it one last time.
So it sounds like it's the last time, and they were just kind of, they're sad that it's over for them, like doing it because they love making the costumes and like I said, Larian was an amazing company to work for there. Yeah. But that's why they wanted to do this, like, hey, we've made these costumes over the years and just like really want to get nice pictures of them. But I also took pictures of them while they were doing the professional pictures.
Oh yeah, of course.
They had like professional lighting and everything being held up around. Really good looking.
That's so great.
But props to them. Like, great costumes. Woman was very nice and was just chatting about it and the whole process. And I was like, oh yeah, they're from LA. Actually, their company is in LA, which isn't not shocking. I bet there's a lot of business down there for events and custom costumes for other events. And my thought is, I'm like, oh, they probably do costuming for productions as well, potentially. Yeah. But that was cool to stop by and see. Got very tempted to get a Baldur's Gate 3 collector's edition.
Yeah.
You don't have one at all, right? Not the deluxe edition. They had a piece of tape up. I don't know. Did they have that on?
I didn't.
Saturday or Sunday. They had a piece of tape above everything saying collector's editions, $300.
Wow.
Not deluxe. $300 collector's edition that has this big statue in it. It has very nice Baldur's Gate 3 D&D character sheets. Like,
oh wow, okay.
3 packs of Magic, the Baldur's Gate Magic set. Whoa. It has a bunch of stuff in it, like a bunch of stuff. But it was $300, and they had 15 left. I'm wondering if they just found
found stock
somewhere, and this is it. I did not. I was tempted though. I was like, holy shit.
So close to buying that. Yeah.
My wife would not have been thrilled.
No, probably not.
I don't think. I'm like, here's a 3. I know she's really enjoying that game, but I don't think she's enjoying it $300.
Right. She's like, I'm enjoying it right now for free.
Yeah. But that was great. They just had that tape up there. It was really funny. That was basically it. Because I just did that, and then I walked back to the System Era booth and kind of watched that wrap up for a little bit. And then I had to leave about 4 to go, just before 4 to walk down to the water taxi and come home. But it was good. It was amazing.
It was a great PAX, man. This is only my second one I've been to, but this was so memorable. I'm so glad I went. Oh, and I forgot Pink Gorilla. I picked up Kelsey Doohan's Animal Crossing book, and then she was at the cash register. I was like, oh my God, will you sign this? She was like, yeah, definitely. So I got a signed book.
Had the Sharpie right there. She was ready for it.
She was ready. Yeah, I was like, okay, you were hoping for this. This is great. She's awesome. Told her how much I love her work at MinMax, and yeah, she's great. So it was cool. Much shorter than I expected. Oh my God. Always surprising when you see people that you haven't seen in real life. Only seen their head or shoulders or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You can't really tell height by webcam when someone's sitting at a desk.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a really good time. I was really, really happy. I was glad you came up. Glad you got to see it. Glad I got to show the game to you and everyone. Man. We saw Danny O'Dwyer.
Oh, that's
randomly
right.
We're having dinner with his family.
He just walks by. I'm like, Danny O'Dwyer, we love your stuff. He's like,
so
much. And then he saw you, and he just started. You guys started talking shop. It was great. Oh man, it
I
was so
think
cool.
I think he came by on Sunday, as far as I heard. I don't know for sure, but I think
nice.
him and Adam hooked up and were like, yeah, we want to meet up a little bit. But yeah, it sounded like he was just there with the family. Had like one panel that they did on one of the days early.
Oh, okay.
Talking about like, because there's a separate thing that No Clip is doing on like archiving old videotapes from cons.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
Press and promo material. There's like a separate channel they have on YouTube where they've invested in all the necessary hardware to like digitize all these old press events from like E3s and from like the 90s and early 2000s that were going to be lost. So they just have a channel on YouTube where they just put the stuff up there. Like the original press event where the Xbox was announced. Like things like that. The original Xbox.
Yeah, sure.
Like stuff that's going to be lost. Yep. It's on tape. It's not digital. And now like it's going to be lost. Yeah. So they're really working hard. And I think that's what the panel was about, was like preservation of just video game history.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see him. It was random. But that's PAX. That's how it goes sometimes.
Right. Just run into shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good time. I'm had a great time, but now I'm ready to rest.
Yeah, time to rest. I agree. Well, it was awesome. I hope that you all enjoyed the recap here. I'm sure there's more that more news that came out that we didn't see, but it was cool to be in it. It was nice to be at a con that wasn't as packed as San Diego Comic-Con. That was awesome to have some room. But if you like our podcast, please rate it on your podcast service of choice. Tell a friend, and we will be back next week to talk about Silksong, motherfucker. I'm gonna be playing Silksong by the time we play
yes, you are.
next week. Yes, I can't wait. September 4th, and we didn't even talk about the price. It's $20. What the fuck?
That sounds about right for them. Like
Jesus Christ!
If you think about price versus probably what their burn rate for a company is, that sounds about right. Like they don't have to make a lot of money to be profitable. I'm going to be honest.
They could have sold it for fucking 30 and still sold as many copies, I bet. But whatever. I mean, great. Other companies are fucking raising the prices so much, and there's like, nah, $5 more.
$20 is fine.
Oh my gosh. So I can't wait. So yeah, next week, Silksong impressions. All right. See you next week, folks.
Later, everyone.